lovelies, and welcome back to another cash stuffing. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Lily. I am a 25-year-old zero-based cash budgeter and stuffer. I am currently living up in Maine, and I have been doing the budget by paycheck method of cash budgeting for almost 4 years now. And in that time, I have purchased a home that I now live in with my boyfriend and our 3 dogs. On this channel, I do cash stuffing videos, budgeting videos, savings challenges, unstuffings and condensings, some random things here and there, and I am currently focusing on my debt journey. So if any of that sounds like content that may interest you, I hope that you consider hitting that subscribe button and sending some support my way. But happy Thankful Thursday, everyone. How are we doing? How are we feeling? Oh my goodness. What are we feeling extra thankful for specifically today? Let me know down below. I want to say mine. I don't want to jinx it. I'll knock on wood after. I don't want to jinx it, but I am thankful that I'm starting to feel a little bit better. I don't know, you guys. My voice obviously isn't fully back yet. It's getting there. But I'm just a little bit less congested, a little bit less runny, still have a little bit of a cough. I'm getting there slowly but surely. Today was the first day that I really significantly noticed that I was feeling a little bit better, but I don't want to jinx it because I feel like just saying that out loud is going to bring it all back. I did take today off of work though to just literally spend the whole day in bed. Oh my gosh, we're on week 3. And so I've been trying to, I did go get some lunch and I did the dishes. But for the most part, I've stayed in bed. I'm filming this. I'm going to edit this in bed and I'm going to get back. It's 12:50 now. So I'm doing what I can to just stay super relaxed, give my body time to rest. I'm going to make some more tea. I might even make myself some sleepy time tea again, right now, just because it tastes so good. And I don't know, I'm rambling. I have a bunch of updates in today's video, but we are here to stuff my 3rd Etsy paycheck for the month of February. If you saw my budget with me, I had $73 that I needed to leave in my account. Oh, you can't see it. $73 that I needed to leave in my account. My Ally weekly transfers for Christmas and my buffer, my Schwab $20 transfer for my Roth IRA every week, and then this week for subscriptions, my Amazon Prime membership came out, my Artlist background music membership came out, and then Affirm, I am paying something off on Amazon through Affirm for a couple weeks, so that came out as well. So it came out to $73. That stayed in the bank, and I left it in the bank out of this paycheck. So we had $418, but we are working with $345. So let's give it a count. 100, 150. My hands are so dry. Hold on. Oh my goodness. 100, 150, 70, 90, 200. 210, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 95, 300, 305, 10, 15, 25, 35, 40, 41, 2, 3, 4, and 45. Beautiful. Okie dokie. You guys, we'll get to it. I have a couple updates. Remind me, obviously, my car. If you guys are following me on Instagram, you saw that. I'm realizing that it was probably a little misleading. I said bye to my car on my, I'll get to it. Okay. First and foremost, I mentioned this on Tuesday. I did make a little bit extra on Etsy after our budget with me. So I did decide to throw a little bit more into my groceries envelope. So we're going to do that. And I just did 15, so I think I just did a 10 and a 5, so we'll throw that in here. And I spent 5 out of here already. So in total now, we have 10, 15, 25, and 30 for groceries. $30. That's all I am going to stuff in here. I will say though, for my gas money, I threw that back in the bank, but actually that's irrelevant. Never mind. Forget I even started that sentence. Okay, let's go to my sinking funds really quickly. We're just going to throw $5 into the dogs. Cedric has a vet appointment in the beginning of March, and whoa, again with my throat like catching like that. I really wanted to get him groomed before that because he just needs a groom. So he has a groom next Monday. So Austin and I are going to split that. It's usually around like $80, $80 to $100 after tip. So we'll each split that. But for now we have 100, 105, 10, 15, 25, and 30. So 130 is in the dogs. And I think that's all. Oh, I did want to update. Christmas is already at 70 in there after the weekly transfer. But you know what? I'm just going to update that during our bill exchange at the end of the month. Okay, let's go over to, oh no. I just realized I did my denominations wrong, so that's fun. We'll have to fix that in a little bit, but we're going to start with my bills. For my bills, mortgage is not getting anything. I do want to count it just so that I can get an update on this so that I don't have to like mess around when I'm doing next week's budget. So we have 1, 2, 250, 70, 90, 300, 305, 10, 15, 16, 17, and 318 for mortgage. Oh my gosh, my hands are so dry again already. Okay, I'm putting on some Aquaphor, so I apologize if my fingers are like a little like oily looking, but it's all I have up here for lotion, so, and I need a little bit of traction here. So internet is getting 12 today, so a 10 and 2 ones, and we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, and 65. Which is nice because I usually stuff $22 a week, but we're at 65 now. We have 1 week left and I need 85. So that just helps me know that next week I only need 20. Electric is getting 30, so a 20 and a 10. And we have 50, 70, 90, 110, 30, 50, 70, 90, 200, 210, 20, 30, 40, 50, 51, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 60, 260. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. And I think it's like 230 or 233 or something like that for electric this month, so we should be good. Now, I think I mentioned, I don't know if I mentioned, but we ran out of oil, okay? And the other night, in like the middle of the night, we lost power for like a second, and because of that, our pellet stove turned off because it was on overnight, and it turned off, and like obviously didn't automatically turn back on. And so we woke up in the morning and it was 43 degrees in our house. And I was like, you know what? I don't want that to accidentally happen. We do have a generator, but like it's not that, it was only off for like a second. So, and I don't want that to happen again. And our oil deliveries for our address are on Tuesdays, and they were closed on Monday for the holiday, and they were full on Tuesday. So we would have had to wait till next Tuesday, okay? And I wasn't about to wait a whole week with no oil, okay? It's cold. It's cold in Maine. So I did call yesterday, and I did like an emergency, they had a name for it. I don't remember what it was called, but like basically you have to pay an extra fee to get them to like come deliver out of cycle. Didn't realize that the fee was going to be $150. So that freaking sucks. So what would have been $350 was $500. So instead of owing $175, I'm going to need $2.50 for my half of the literally just 100 gallons of oil. So that really sucks. We have until like halfway through March to pay it off. We have a month to pay it. So that's good, I guess, but I might have to be adding a little bit more into here over the next few weeks. We'll see if I can even afford to do that, as I know I can't next week, so we'll see. But heat is getting 10 this week, and we have 100, 110, 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, and 170. Okay, just wanted to make sure that I hadn't already added that, but there's 170 in there now. Hopefully I can get up to 250. Wait, what's 250 minus 170? 80 divided by 25, that's 3.5 more weeks. So if I do just do $25 a week for the next 3.5 weeks, I should have that to pay it off, but we'll see. Water and sewer is getting 15. This should be due next month, so I should get the bill within the next few weeks, and then it should be due by the end of March. So we have 51, 5,200, 210, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 75, 80, and 285. And it's usually between like 250 and 300 for our quarterly water and sewer bill. So we'll see what that ends up being when we get the bill. Phone's not getting anything today, but we have 10, 20, 35, 40, and 45. Again, just so that I can have all of the updated numbers on this page here. Car insurance is getting 15, so a 10 and a 5. And we have 100 in the bank, 120, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 200, 210, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. 224 in car insurance. Registration has 100, 10, 15, 20, 125. Which is awesome, honestly, because my goal is 200 by August, so we are almost there. Flow is getting 5, so we have 15 in here now. And then Sam's Club's not getting anything, but I think we have 15 as well, yes. So I'm just going to add that total there, and that is it for my bills binder. Oh, right. We're not stuffing my car envelope today, so I didn't have a chance to update you guys, but okay. So I think I mentioned this on Tuesday, so if I'm repeating things, I'm sorry, but my car did like die. It just wasn't turning on. Nothing was working. It wasn't even like clicking to try to turn over. So I ended up having it towed to Hyundai, and they basically, actually, you know what, when I was on the phone with them, I texted myself like what the guy was saying. I did like what I could. So I needed a new battery. That was $310 is what he said. And then I literally texted myself, I'm like, intake sensor and plug ... timing system. Okay. I don't know exactly, but that was $660. And then I texted myself again a random $40. So I think there must have been something like a filter or something else that needed to be replaced for $40. I don't really know. So basically it all came out to about $1,000. So, I also need like brake work done, but he said that was going to be around $2,000. And so we're not doing that right now. Just not going to happen. But yeah, so something that really irritates me about that whole thing is that the plug thing that he was describing sounds very familiar to me. And I'm pretty sure that that's what, when I took it to another garage before, that's what they claim to have fixed, but my engine light came right back on like the next day, and it was even worse than it was before. That garage has since been like sold, and it's under like new ownership. There's a new name, so it basically the one I went to closed down. So like, I don't know. The whole situation's just irritating. But what I did was I transferred $1,050. It ended up being a little bit less, but that it's irrelevant. So let's just round up to $1,050. I transferred that over from my Ally account. And I'll update these two things in a second, but I pulled everything that was in my taxes. So there was $768 in my taxes envelope in my Ally savings account. So I transferred all of that out. And then also what was left over was like 282, 1050 minus 768. Yeah, 282. I transferred out of my emergency fund, which had like 310 or 320 or something. So I am going to replace those with IOUs, okay, when we get to those envelopes. And yeah, luckily, I will say, I did do a couple sponsorships you guys saw in previous videos. So what I made from those, we'll pay that back and then some. So, and after taxes too. So I'm going to put money aside for taxes from the sponsorship income. So I'm very grateful and lucky that I did get that. And now I know how much it's going to be and how much I'm going to have to take out of that income. I'm not getting paid from them until, like, the majority of it until the end of March. So we're going to have some IOUs in there for a while. I'm going to pretend that money is still in there because I do know that I'm going to be able to pay it back once that money comes in. So just be aware of that whole situation when the time comes. Again, I'll replace those placeholders when we get there, but I did just want to update you guys on that because that really sucked. But my car, luckily, is driving fine. Thank goodness now. So I don't know. Hopefully it stays that way. I did tell them that I was planning on selling it, and he was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea. I'm like, yeah. Also, I did the JD Power, getting the value of your car, and I put in all the things that are wrong with it, and it said like 5,600 was what like the value was. And Austin thinks like very confidently that we can get more for that than that on like Facebook Marketplace. So we'll see, especially after I get some of these things fixed. I don't know, we'll see. But $50 went into Best Buy, so we have $100 in here now. I did make that $200 payment yesterday. So that was nice. Care Credit is getting 23, and that's these last three ones. So we have oh my gosh, my hands are so dry. 1, 2, 3, 350, 70, 90, 410, 30, 50, 70, 480, 81, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 91, and 92. 492. Let me just do some quick math here. We need 611 minus 492. So instead of stuffing the full 123 next week, I only need to stuff 119, which is nice. I mean, it's not going to make a huge difference in the budget, but that's what, $4 extra that we can do something with. I don't know. But my credit cards have $5 in there right now because I made that extra payment. So I don't know. We'll see. I made a $100 payment to my TJ's card and my university credit card. So whatever else we save for the rest of the month, I'll just split that in half and put it between the other two. I think it should be 50, so 25 each. Or 25. I don't know. It should be, right? Or 100. I don't know. We'll figure it out. 15 though is going into student loans. So we have 100, 200, 250, 70, 90, 310, 330, 40, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, and 75. So 375 is in student loans. And then my brother's payback envelope is getting 15 as well. So a 10 and a 5. And in here we have 20, 30, 40, 50, 65, 70, and 75. Okay. 75 in there, and then my medical bill payment will come from my YouTube paycheck, which will be next week, you guys. It's kind of crazy to think that we are wrapping up the month of February next week. So just time is flying by, especially when you're freaking sick, you know? Freaking sucks. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my business spread here. These are still, which you can barely even see, the totals from last time. But obviously I am going to be updating this placeholder here. So it says 765, but we had 768 and change, so I think that was from interest that went in there. I'm not entirely sure, but there was 768 that I pulled from there, so I'm just going to pull that out. I left the change in there, but I owe this envelope 768. 600. No, oh my gosh. I need to pay attention when I'm writing. Okay, so let me dry this bad boy off on my pant leg. So $768 is what I owe this envelope. That's what I took out to pay my car for my car, but I will be paying this back. That's why I'm putting this 768. But we're adding 115 in cash. So we have 768 plus 1, 200, 250, 70, 90, 310, 320, 330, 35, and 340. So in total we have, I'm going to do 340, and then I'm going to do 1,108. Because that's what we have in cash is 340. So we will be adding more to this, obviously, with my YouTube paycheck and then whatever we end up making on Etsy throughout this week to stuff next week. And then all of what's in cash I'm going to be pulling out and putting into my Ally account. Shipping is getting 5, so we have 15 in here now. And that is it for my business binder. I should actually pull out the 100 in supplies, but I gotta make that order on Amazon, but I'll do that at some point off camera. So I am going to go back to week 3 and over to my savings. Okay, so we are stuffing $5 into Manifest, and this one's unchanged. So we still have 320 in here. 320, so 420, 520, 525, 30, 35, and 40. So we have, whoa, 540? Nice. Oh, I think I rounded that up with my taxes. I forgot. Okay. So I am going to pull out this. We had 310 in emergency, but we now have whatever 310 minus 282 is, so $28. Let me actually double check in my Ally app really quick just to make sure that that's right. Hold on. Yes. So we have 28. How do I do this? Okay, wait. I'm gonna do $28. I'm gonna do this. I know it's gonna be a little confusing, but like whatever. $28 is in the bank, and I owe the envelope $282. That's just how my brain is gonna make sense of this. So we have 282 plus 28 is 310, 320. 320 in emergency. Hold home emergency still has 320, 420, and 425. And while I'm here, okay, hold on. So that is it for my savings binder. And I know before we had gotten ahead on my savings challenge for this. Okay, so we still need a 10, we still need 15 for this, so I'll make sure to stuff that next week if I can. Okay, so now I had budgeted $10 for my baby binder, but like I do sometimes when I was doing my denominations, I completely spaced and I just pulled out a $10 bill. So from my $1 savings challenge, I'm gonna grab 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And I'm gonna pop that right in the middle here so we just forget it exists. So there's still, just did a little swapperoo. And we're going to stuff these 10 ones into my baby binder. I get questions about this all the time. This is from Savannah over at Sav Saves. She makes these herself and she does them on a launch basis. So there is no like, I can't link this specific book, but when she gets actual storybooks and then she makes the envelopes and the trackers out of the pages of those books. So obviously I can't guarantee that there's going to be another Toy Story 2 book, but there's plenty of other books, I promise. And her Etsy shop in general and YouTube channel are linked in the description of every single video. So just go check her out. Keep up with her launches. She'll keep you guys up to date on those. Okay, so let's see. I'm not going to stuff clothes. I'm going to put $2 into diapers and wipes. Gonna skip equipment and furniture and extracurriculars. Let's do $2 into medical as well. Let's do $1 into first car. Skipping savings, I'm gonna do $1 into college fund, and then the rest, these $4, will go into emergency. At the end of this month, of course, we're gonna see where we're at with all of these, and then I'll figure out if I'm like comfortable stopping at emergency or like not stopping, but you know what I mean. It's like so stuffed right now. It's like hard to keep closed. She's bowing for sure. So I'm really excited to at least like condense this. But you guys, that is going to wrap up today's cash stuffing. I really hope that you enjoyed. If you did, please don't forget to give the video a big thumbs up. Leave a yellow heart in the comments to show your support for the channel. And of course, subscribe. I am going to go literally edit and upload this in bed and then lay back down. I've been sleeping in the spare bedroom so that I can really hopefully not get Austin sick before his birthday. He told me that he's sick like every single birthday since he was a kid. So I really want to make sure he does not get this head cold, and I want to make sure I get rid of this head cold before his birthday, which is Saturday. So we have plans for the day. So I just really want to make sure that I am feeling better. But yeah, honestly, when it comes to videos this weekend, I might do a budget with me. We'll see. Again, it will be preliminary and a lot of it is already spoken for. If you're like not new to my channel, obviously you guys don't know my budget my budget like I do, like off the top of my head, but you do know at this point that like the majority of my YouTube paycheck is spoken for as of this moment because of my debt from my debt payoff plan that I talked to you guys about. And then I obviously don't make enough from my full-time job to cover my bills by themselves. So I do rely on Etsy income. As of right now, I'm not saying this in any type of way. I'm just letting you guys know in advance. I don't know if I'm making enough on Etsy this week to make up for the rest of that and put aside taxes. So I'm not sure exactly if I'm even going to be able to finish my my savings challenge. We'll see. We'll figure it out. Next week is the last week of February. So And then March for me is not a magic month. This year it'll be April. This whole calendar year just threw things off. So they're not like every 3 months. They're messed up a little bit. So we'll see. We're going to go with the flow. We're going to do what we can. But yeah, so if this weekend's budget with me is a little like if I can't allocate things towards certain things that you're like, why, like, you know what I mean? Not that anyone's going to judge, but you know what I'm trying to say. Just a heads up, that's why. But anywho, next week is going to be our Cash Stuffing Tuesday, our Etsy Paycheck Thankful Thursday video, my YouTube Paycheck Cash Stuffing, and my bill exchange. Super exciting. Stay tuned for that. But with all of that being said, though, thank you guys so much for sticking around with me. And I hope that you have a fantastic rest of your day, week, month, year. And I will see you in the next one. Bye.